want to put you under any pressure or anything, but I'm also streaming this live now as well.
Alright.
Why not?
So much chaos.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm too close to the Audi in front.
Hopefully they're quick. Oh, moron.
He is slower. I guess I bought that lap, as it is already a little bit slower. And now he lets me by. Alright. Oh.
That was a warm-up.
Oh. That was bad. I don't like that the Aston is behind me is always so close to me. I will let all those through. And there's coming another one. I just want to have a clean map, clean track, not map. All right. Oh.
Oh, lovely. And no one's going to come out of the pit lane in front of us.
Oh, now that you say it. Oh! What was happening there? Oh! What is happening? Coffee is so understeering. Oh, one of the developers is in front of us.
Maybe he knows some secret lines.
Yeah, but he's too far off.
If he goes through a wall, follow him.
I will do. Oh! Why can't I get that corner?
It doesn't look like us behaving very much.
I don't know if it's me or if it's the car. In the lap prior to that one, the car feels great. But there I had traffic, and now I have no traffic, and the car doesn't behave. Oh. Okay, that was my one. Oh, what is happening? Oh, maybe we have a flat spot on the tires. Don't know. Ah, well, we didn't spin, did we?
No.
Strange. know by chance if I changed the setup before qualifying started, or if I changed the setup when the qualifying session was already on.
Yeah, you done it once we went into the qualifying session, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so too. Because that might be something that could have happened, but I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
It doesn't feel that bad anymore, but still, don't know. Not the same feeling as before. But maybe I overdrive it now. Because the pressure starts coming up. That was bad. Why did I brake there? Brain fart moment.
That's right. The further back we are, the more people we've got to overtake. Or we get to overtake. 24th.
No, this car doesn't feel good at all. Can't be the predecessors, they are perfect.
It looks just how it handles for me. That's how it looks like all the time for me. Very just sudden oversteer as soon as you turn, almost.
Ah. Okay. Oh no, we don't have enough time to get back to pits. I have to do it now. Because I think for the race I will go for one click more ride height at the back, so that we get a little bit more oversteer. Because how the car behaves now feels very nasty.
Yeah, it looks it.
I don't know, maybe I've loaded the wrong setup.
Don't know, that looks what it's usually like for me. So maybe I didn't
Okay.
have the right setup either. It looks like you're driving it just how I drive it. Oh, I
shoot.
did not want to stop.
Okay, last chance now for us.
Win it or bin it.
Bin it, bin it, bin it!
Bin it.
Ah, understeer! That feels so wrong. Oh, fuck.
He chose bin it. That looks horrible, mate. But that looks like what I've been driving the whole time.
Well, it was the right
Because
setup.
it's felt horrible to me the whole time I've been driving it, to be fair.
Yeah,
On our
didn't
first,
feel-
that feels really good. But for me,
Yeah.
it just feels rotten on this track. I don't know what it is.
Do we have any tire damage? No. No, we didn't. So that's not an excuse for us then.
We're commentators, I'm sure we can find one.
Oh, why did the car feel so... I mean, it didn't feel that bad before, but maybe... Oh, maybe it's because we're now on light fuel, and the car with that setup doesn't like light fuel.
Maybe. I don't know, I didn't like it with fuel.
Wow, they are under 2 minutes now.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what... We have 2.8 liters of fuel. Wait, we are doing... Fastest lap I did was a 2:02, so that means it's 122 seconds. It's a 60-minute race. 122, so we see 30 laps.
Okay.
So that means 30 laps times 2.82 means 85 liters, but to be safe, I will put 90 in.
Yeah, 2 on it. We were in general voice. Do you think we'll be alright in here?
Oh, yeah, we could switch to a call.
Yeah, I'd probably be alright even if you told someone to leave, but you never know. Might be
Yeah,
safer.
you never know.
Hello again, sir.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Does that still mute me? Yeah, mute button works. Lovely. Oh, so how are we going to do our stints?
How you said?
Yeah.
50 minutes, the first one for me, then 30 minutes for you, then 50 minutes for me. 15.
Cool. That should do it, shouldn't it?
Alright, so... we also had to do 2 mandatory stints though. Mandatory stops. English.
How many?
So yeah, that's fine.
Have we got to do 2, do you say?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we have two less. Maybe we have 2 less rear wing. Maybe we would have had to do more rear wing and then therefore move the rear right height up.
Yeah.
Maybe
How many
that would have been
mandatory
better.
stops were there?
2 mandatory stops.
Oh, okay. So we're fine then.
Yes. Oh god, where do we start? 26. So right in the middle of the grid. Oh my god.
It's not going to be carnage with 50 drivers on there. Is there 50 drivers?
It is. Oh no, okay. Not really. It's looks like 41 to 43.
Okay. Okay, no. We really are right in the middle. But it should be fun. Plenty of people to try overtake.
Yeah.
Like James Parker. This BMW feels like utter crap around here.
Yeah, still qualifies P5.
Exactly.
He just behaves like a real racing driver, just like a Michael Schumacher.
He does. He's never happy, even if he wins.
Yeah.
I need some private lessons. So Discord doesn't work anymore in here, does it? Discord. Crew chief.
It still works, but they will stop the support in the newer versions of Crew Chief.
Okay. So, would you like me to take place of him and Fabian? For fuck's sake, pull it together.
Track limits, Fabian.
Fucking track limits, Fabian. Come on, you got this, boy. Just fucking send it, will you?
Anyone on the wrong grid position? So wait. Uneven drivers should be on the right-hand side. We are an even driver, we are on the left, so we should be on the right position.
Right, okay, that's better. I'm in drive position now. That's what I wanted.
Okay, so maybe I should get on the grid before I have to start from the pits.
Oh shit, that was close. 8 seconds.
That would be embarrassing.
I hope I can see this widget thing, because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Can you see it? Can you see it?
No.
There is a rolling start procedure.
Oh, I can't see it.
Damn.
I was hoping I could. Oh well, I'll have to do an AI race or something sometime to see.
Don't be scared if I drive into another car. Collisions are deactivated in formation lab.
Oh,
So nothing can happen.
oh, that's good.
Oh, the tires are cold.
So I still panic though. That's probably a good idea because people can't help themselves, can they?
Yeah. Just riding the brakes a bit. Oh my god. They are so cold at the moment.
Yeah, just ride them a little bit.
Ride them like one of my French girls.
I don't know if you played with your brake bias at all. I found knocking it back a little bit for here worked.
Okay.
But
I don't know if I should try it now.
Yeah, no, probably best leave it as it
maybe.
is. But I might do it for my. That was only, I think I knocked it back a couple of clicks. But that was just because I was suffering so much with understeer. Try to get it to rotate on the brakes a bit more. Probably should have said that during practice.
I will put it to, I don't know, 57.4, I guess. So 3 clicks slower than.
Yeah,
before.
I think I'd only done it 2. Hopefully the fuel will be a little bit better. How much did you go with?
Wait, fuck, we can't do the race.
Huh?
As Ryan Gill is still registered as a driver for us. We only, oh wait. So I don't know if it's the stint time or the driving time, but it says the driving time left is 25 minutes for each of us. So it looks like that we only can do 50 minutes of the race before being disqualified.
Ah, crap.
Well, I guess
Oh, well.
I didn't know if we get if we disappear after 50 minutes. We don't do our driving time, but I guess we can finish the race still. But yeah, we will be at the end of the standings then. But yeah, but good. That's something to try for if there are some bugs or something.
Yeah. So if
we are some bug testers now.
Off. I suppose. Yeah, you could be offline and come in later. So having offline wouldn't necessarily work, but they'd have to be actually out in the config files.
Why do I have to be so fast now? Ah, okay. There it is.
Oh, pile-ups. Look at everyone in front. His car's off left, right and centre.
Oh, my tyres are so cold. This will get funny.
I wish you could see the tyres. Well, strap in. Here we go. Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Do what we can.
Even if we still get disqualified.
Yeah, well, that's
so
a test.
the win it or bin it part.
Yeah.
The win it or bin it part is already done.
Yep.
We bin it.
And we can't win it either because we can't finish.
Green light, go, go, go.
Ah.
Bentley go.
Oh, one of the devs is slow. Don't try it, car behind me. Oh, he did it.
There's one off. Oh, they're coming back across the track. Oh, that was lucky.
Oh, that was. Oh! Oh! Where did he come from?
Lunatic. Well, that worked out alright. That's the first corner through.
Perfect. What are you trying to do, Porsche? Wow. Perfect.
Oh, God.
Another place for us. Oh, okay. I guess you have to be a little bit careful with that brake bias in that corner and that fast right-hander. I had a little bit of a slidey moment.
I was 57.6.
First gear is bad.
Oh dear. That's tight. Oh,
Ah! Oh, nothing to do there. Oh no, we've lost everything we've won in the first lap.
back to where you started. Oh, +1. +2.
Oh my god, we've been so lucky in the first corners. And now that... Okay, so you will have to have a look at the time when we pit, as I guess I will be too busy trying to defend.
I thought you were going to do it all.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
I guess the driver stint limit has something against it.
Yeah, it's not going to let me do a half hour.
What? How is he that much faster than me? Oh, P29 now, perfect. Too many oohs for my taste. That was a good run. Come on, Aston. Come closer.
Oh, what's he doing?
What the fuck?
Nice. That was like almost death, and then you just got through them all.
I've got reflexes like a tiger. Oh my god! How did I survive that?
I don't know how you missed the Aston. That was awesome.
Okay, we are coming slowly back to our... Oh, well,
Yeah.
we are actually at our original position again. But maybe we can get top 20.
Yeah, it's doable. There you go. That's one. Nicely fooled.
Oh!
sound like you fell out of your chair.
Maybe I did. I'm driving on the ground now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I should avoid that curb.
Yeah, you take a little bit. Sorry, you made me laugh.
So that's how it looks like when I try to do the first corner without anyone nearby. Oh, I don't know if the setup change was good. Definitely made it a little bit more nervous. But maybe you like it. I hope so. Woo! Oh, my right indicator is on. And why didn't I open my window? Oh fuck, it's so hot. Only 7 minutes to go for me. Imagine I would have to do an hour stint now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to. Oh, that was a better run. That was a quite good run through Spoon. Now oh fuck. That Aston is so close. Oh, but he can't take the corner that fast. And hello Nissan! Konnichiwa! Oh, it gives me space, perfect. Woo.
It's that Valentine Kirch.
Yeah. Oh, the sun is so bad here. No, don't do anything silly. Oh, it looks like that everyone that is around us is slower than through the right-hander, left-hander.
Aston's quick in a straight line.
Yeah,
Good on the brakes.
Yeah, he will get us now.
5 minutes. 4 minutes.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Oh, he didn't spin.
Oh, 3 abreast.
Oh, good just let them through.
Wrong one.
Uh-oh. I didn't see him. I'm sweating. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Three minutes.
This sucks. Driver change already? So that I don't miss it. I wrecked too early. That one. Yeah, I guess more rear wing would help a bit, but if you see how fast that Aston is on the straight, that scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so fast. Ah, wrecked too late. Fuck!
Ah, so good. I thought it was Parker behind us. It's not, it's Panker.
Oh, so then he is one of the devs.
G Panker?
Yes.
Is that George?
Gargo, I think.
Oh, I'm thinking of wrong game. Thinking about right.
That sun is so bad.
I really shouldn't have sat in the seat watching you because my ass is so numb.
So, should we do the swap this lap already or the next one? Next one?
I don't mind.
Alright, then I will give it to you this lap. If you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I wouldn't mind some fresh air now.
So I'll just do whatever my stint length gives me, minus a lap or something. So
Yeah.
so I can give it back to you for 10 minutes, and then if it kicks us out, it kicks us out. Continue if it lets us.
Oh wait, actually, I will do this lap 2. Oh, hello there. I don't know if we will make it with the stint time, so I will do this lap 2.
Yep.
So the next one I will take it over to you.
Yeah, it's fine.
So maybe this helps us a little bit with the driver stint time. Ah, he already tells me that my stint is over in 5 minutes.
Are all the pressures set in the pit stop?
I don't change the tires.
No, the pressure. Oh, okay.
Well, we could, because it wouldn't lose us any time, as the driver swap will take 30 seconds. But I don't think that it's necessary.
Nah, I don't know what the pressure's worth either. So
Yeah, me neither. So that just wouldn't mess up. And now they're pretty good. All right, now it looks like that I can get to a rhythm. And now I have to take over the car.
Oh. I'll just ease myself in. I've been in since practice.
Yeah. No worries.
That's the thing with endurance, isn't it?
Yeah. I already fucked some things up, so. You have a few things to fuck up as well.
Oh, thanks.
So no worries.
Get a few let-offs.
So that we just get equal.
Yep.
Alright, coming into the pits. Oh, and we are not the only ones. Oh, that was too late.
Oh.
Fuck! That was
So
way too late.
late.
But I don't know if we got a penalty. that would be quite interesting if we wouldn't get a penalty. Oh, that was rough.
Do I have to do it within 3 laps if I get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I will give you a countdown. Because I don't think that you have one.
No.
Alright.
Woo.
Alright, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Let's go.
Alright,
Oh.
perfect this.
You beat yourself.
But the limiter is still in, so that was an issue earlier on as well. So good that works. And it doesn't look like that we've got a penalty, to be fair. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Oh well. Go with it.
I don't mind. And it looks like that the Nissan has issues. So did your temperatures drop much from the tires?
27s, mid 27s, 120, one in the 26 front right.
Okay.
The one's
So not too much.
Yeah,
I
the
guess
rights
you
were
will
lower.
have you will have colder tires then, I guess. So maybe we can use that. Oh, what a slippery boy!
bloody hell. Odd line, mate.
Oh god.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, nice one. Oh, so James Park is in the pits now.
Oh, what?
Sad.
Well, how did that let go on just a little knock of the curb? Never lost it there before. Wow. My apologies.
No worries.
That was rather unexpected off that little curb, though.
Yeah, watch it in the replay now. You've went a little bit too wide, too much to the right hand side. You've actually been on the grass a bit. And the problem was when you transitioned from being on the grass to the curb, there was a high bump because of that. And that caused you to spin.
Oh, come on.
Oh, and the widget also tells me that all drivers have to run at least one stint, so I guess we are truly fucked. If
well.
Ryan is counted as a driver there, then
Not much we can do really, is there?
yeah, just enjoying spinning.
Oh!
Why did I jinx it? Oh no.
Light damage on the rear.
Well, you've got one fuck up left until we are equal. And you're good to go.
I haven't crashed there all day, and I must have done like 4 hours on this bloody track.
Oh no.
Let's get on.
Well, but better on... Oh god. Better on this test event than on the Bathurst 3 hours. Oh god.
I don't think we've got any rear wing. by the looks of it. Because I had nothing I could do there. Should hit the brakes, bang, it was gone.
Maybe the brake bias is...
Yellow flag ahead.
I guess the tires are dead. I guess we have a flat spot or something like that.
Slow car ahead.
Ah, yeah, I guess you collected a puncture there
Yellow flag, be careful.
on your first spin.
There's a slow car ahead.
Maybe try putting the brake balance a little bit up. Oh god. Watch out, there are some leaders coming up in a minute. Oh, okay, let them through.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There are our hopes of getting on the podium. I guess you should come to the pits. That car looks truly fucked now. Can't drive normally.
No, it's so sketchy.
And
Just
you
try to get
also
us back
should-
without taking anyone else out.
Yeah. Also, you should also swap the tires
Yeah.
because they're done now. The drivers in front of us got to drive through, but we didn't.
Yeah, I
Even if
also
we-
might have not quite slowed down in time there.
I will have a look at the replay, but I think I agree with you. Yeah, you had still 66 km/h.
Good practice, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car feels horrible to drive compared to practice.
Yeah, it looked so. And maybe I don't know if it was the tires, or maybe you can't do with the setup change that it is. Don't know.
I haven't been enjoying driving this car around this track, to be honest. It's been a real slog.
Yeah. Hey, but we are still not lost.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go, 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 go.
It's got to be a neutral link.
What is the stop already completed, or? I don't think that you have to be in neutral to start the car.
No, it was the because I have to switch the ignition off.
Ah, okay.
It was different
Yeah.
when you passed it to me. I didn't have to change it. So that caught me out.
Yeah, I guess then that you maybe have the ignitions, that you have set the ignition on your steering wheel.
Oh yeah, it is.
Let's see how that drives now. I mean, the first lap wasn't too bad, wasn't it?
It didn't feel good, to be honest.
Ah, okay.
But I've been struggling with this car all day. It's horrible. It's so much understeer. I just can't feel like I can drive it. Or just sort of coaxing it not to lose control. Not
Yeah, I
like
guess
it was round Bathurst. That felt really hooked up.
Yeah, and that was just the default setup.
Yeah.
This car definitely has two different faces. But I guess I've made it even worse with my setup change. I mean, I can control it, but it looks like that you have an even harder time with that.
Probably just needed more laps. A few more laps to get used to it. Oh my god, the sun.
Yeah. I guess you still have the understeer from before, but now have also more snap oversteer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which makes sense.
We're halfway through, keep pushing.
Or so, at least we serve a purpose now. At least we serve a
So-
purpose now.
Testers?
As we only have 2 drivers but are a 3-driver team, we will get a drive-through for not doing the driver stints correctly.
Okay.
And so that was actually an issue in the 6-hour race, as the drivers that did get a drive-through couldn't clear the penalty by doing the penalty.
Ah, okay, so we can test that out.
Yeah, right.
See if we can unlap ourselves.
I don't think. And also we've got P4 behind us.
Yeah, I know. Keeping an eye on the gap.
But at least it looks controllable
Oh,
now
I followed him in.
compared to before. So I guess you still struggle with the setup, but the car should feel a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm just getting used to the changes. The tyres are sort of up to temperature now, high 27s.
Okay. Ah, so it looks like that we are the last car now, the last position, is the drivers behind us are in the pits and have been for the last 5 laps.
Yay, we're last.
So we are now officially the Red Lantern of Redline Motorsport.
Ah, well.
Oh, it's getting dark. Oh, what a
that.
save!
Yeah, don't touch that curb.
Oh,
That's in second gear. That's not good, that's not good.
and P4's catching.
Yeah. There. Gone P4.
Gaining on the car and in sector 2.
And the next 2 are 1 second behind us. Oi, oi, oi.
Car on the left.
What is the Audi doing?
Clear on the left.
Sod it, we'll get past him. Should be easy to let them through here. Yeah, I know, mate. I can't really let you past it very easy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Your stint is over in 5 minutes. Car on the left.
Oh, that's quite a train.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh!
Light damage to the left.
Who got us? Was it that?
That was not your fault.
Yeah,
it was-
what else could I do? I was letting them all through.
Yeah, you've been as far to the right side as you can, but the Audi got punted by a BMW and
Oh, okay.
just punted you.
We've got damage, but I don't know where. I heard it say we got damage, but I'm still trying to collect the car.
Alright, it shouldn't take too long until you get to your stint limit is around 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, the car's broke. I can feel it.
And Ryan just casually playing Uno now. Come Ryan, save us. Oh.
I was sort of testing out a new way to brake. Oh, a new way to take the corner. Probably not the best time to do it.
Woo! So the next guys that are going to lap us are 1.4 behind us. And it's 3 cars.
How many more laps have I got before I come in?
Don't know how your driver stint limits looks, because I can't see that.
7 minutes.
7 minutes, okay. So then I would put you 2 or 3 laps then.
Come on, I got 2. Should we not to push it?
Yeah. Yeah, so then we can get the penalty earlier then. Right, 0.7 seconds now.
Car is exiting the pits, watch out. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Doesn't look like that the car behind you is much faster than you.
That's nice to know.
Your stint is up, box box.
So my stint is up, box.
Alright.
But it's 4 minutes 50.
So you want to come in now? Or when?
Oh, it says still got 4 minutes 50.
Oh! Watch out. Perfect. Alright, so then I would say next lap is pit.
Push one more yet.
And it looks like that you don't have to let anyone through in that one.
We're not last.
Oh, perfect.
Slow car ahead.
It's a terrible way of letting us pass, that was.
Yeah. Right, box. And you still have to set up the driver swap. How do we not get a drive-through? Every pit stop so far has been.
Yeah, that just locked up. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we can request. We can tell that to the developers that should be looked on.
Yeah, from watching yours a little bit and trying a few things out there, I think I'm trying to trail brake too much. So much that is causing some of my understeer and pulling me wide.
Yeah, could be.
Mandatory stop is now clear.
Okay, this time the pit limiter didn't take over, so I had to put it again.
Okay. And no penalty.
Oh, yes, we've got a penalty.
Oh.
30-second stop and go for speeding in pit lane.
I don't see it.
This is truly deserved.
Yes, it is.
After 3 pit stops in a row.
But we're testing. I did it on purpose. We're bug testing. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, my apologies.
No worries. I mean, we are just. Okay, mate. Ah, that is such a bad sector to let someone through.
I did test a pit stop as well, a bunch of times. The car seems a lot more understeery than it was. Oh, that's...
Okay, that isn't a good place to let someone
it's
by
alright,
either.
just earlier.
Yeah, or on the next straight. Would have been a lot better. Okay, it says I have 7 minutes and 10 seconds left on my driver's stint.
Showing 8 minutes for me, but it's not going down anymore.
Ah, okay, I had the same issue when I was watching you. I had a different driver's stint time. Oh, you can actually tell your pit crew to either serve the penalty or to do a normal pit stop. That's something that doesn't exist in Formula 1 games.
Hmm.
That's cool. Ah! Alright, I have to... Oh fuck. Yeah, the steering is fucked up. two pit stops in a row then for us.
Were you looking at something else?
To be fair, I wasn't focused at all.
Don't matter.
Don't know what I just thought of. Okay, I can now practice the pit entry 2 times in a row. Ah, it works. Ah, right, it's a stop and go. Okay, almost forgot that. Wait. Looks like that the driver's stint time doesn't continue if I'm in the pits. So maybe we can make it if I just drive to the pits every lap.
How much have you got left?
22?
Oh no, on your driver's stint.
8 minutes and 10 seconds.
And another stop and go, it might, we get close.
and I have to go to the pits a second time as I damaged the car. So
I've got a couple of minutes left. We do a third pit stop and swap again.
on my end, you just got 2 minutes left.
Hey, it's 2 minutes more than you got.
Well, I've still got 8 minutes.
Use your 8 minutes up. And
no.
to fix the wear. We might make this.
Yeah, but I think it is more valuable if we try to get the penalty.
Yeah, good point. We're still not last either.
We're fucked up in every way possible, and we're still not last. That should give us a medal, I guess.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, now okay. Now I've only got 4 minutes left, so it looks like that the counter didn't continue in the pits, but...
I think it went back to what I was seeing, because I swear it started at 8:10, and then you were down to sort of 6 or 7 minutes by the time you went into the pit stop, but that went back to what I was seeing, which was 8:10.
Okay.
So that's caught itself up now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe something to report as well.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have... Okay, the car doesn't seem to be too damaged. At first I thought the steering was damaged, but it isn't too bad at all. Maybe we got some repairs as well.
Carry on.
But I'm scared of this corner. Okay, 2 minutes 40 seconds left for my stint until I get a penalty. Oh, okay, the car behind us is already left. He seems to be faster. Oh right, I didn't have virtual mirror as well.
Woo! Now you're alright for a little while. 3.7 for the next one.
Alright. 30 seconds left till we get a penalty. Okay, we should change cameras if we haven't got virtual mirror. I won't do that in these corners.
I can see you. I've got the virtual camera,
Perfect.
but I don't when I'm in the car.
Yeah, for me as well now. I've had it when I spectated
Oh,
you, but...
penalty. Just saw it flick up.
Alright, plus 130 seconds. So no... no pit.
That's what, 3/4 of a lap. That's 4th position behind you. Just under a second.
Ah, okay. Switching the cameras does help. Then you get the switch on the rubber. Wow! I was scared because on the radar there is a invisible car on the left-hander, but
Oh,
it
I
isn't
didn't
there.
notice that.
It's just there on the radar. Oh my god! All right, my driver's stint time now counts up. And let's see if we get a second penalty. It still says driver stint ending pit now.
Next guy is just under a second.
Yeah, that was better.
Next guy, 0.5. Lovely. 16 seconds now, so you've got loads of free space probably to the end of the race.
So as you still got 2 minutes 60 seconds left on your driver's stint time, I will want to see what happens if your driver's stint time is up.
Yes.
So I will go to the pits in this lap,
Okay.
and let's see if we get a second penalty.
Yeah, see what happens when they stack.
Woo! Where is our pits? Oh, there it is. Would be cool if there were some people swinging their signs
Yeah.
to tell us where our
Where
pits
they-
was
yeah.
gotten rid of. And I guess we will get at least another penalty as well for Ryan not doing a driver stint.
Yes.
So I guess we will now see 2 penalties coming up.
Might get DT'd.
Alright, 15 seconds.
Okay.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, go, go, go.
Okay. Your pit speed limiter was on
Yep.
already. That's interesting.
Your stint is ending. Box this lap.
Ooh, cold tires. Flashy Ferris wheel.
So how long do you have in the driver's stint left?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Alright.
Leaders on final lap.
Doesn't look like that we've got another penalty.
Drivers on the leaders on the final lap.
Flagging sector 1.
Oh my god, this thing's understeery. Oh, that was really late.
Really?
Oh, that was really late as well. Oh, gosh, it's so inconsistent. Wonder if you have to do like a whole lap's worth extra before it gives you another penalty. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the timer on the top of the screen already went to 0 when you got the penalty.
I'm at 2:15 now, so that's a lap's worth. He passed someone. Oh yeah. Don't think that counted though.
Yeah, and we've been a lap behind them. So we just unlapped us and unlapped us.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag is sector 1.
Early, late, early, late.
Okay, let's see if we get a disqualification. Because others have reported that they got disqualified.
Disqualified.
Yes.
Yeah, because, yeah. It's all your fault,
Oh.
Ryan. Well, that was some interesting testing, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But that setup ran that, Ferrari ran that track just feels horrible. I don't know what it is. Compared to Bathurst, I'd rather race Bathurst for 6 hours than race this track for 1 hour in this car.
Okay.
Which bodes well for the 3 hours.
Yeah. I don't know why the Ferrari feels so different for you compared to Bathurst, where it feels right for you.
Yeah.
I mean, these are very different tracks. You have long sweeping corners in Suzuka and, well, more like stop and go corners in Bathurst.
Yeah,
But
I
still.
still think there's some issues with my driving style.
Might so.
For what I'm used to, I really think there is some issues with my driving style. The way I'm trying to get a car to take the turn, it doesn't want to do it. It's protesting at me the whole time. And sometimes I'll suddenly slide through the corner, catch it, get back on the throttle, and I'm like, hang on, I just went through that corner 3/10 faster. So that says to me there's something I'm doing that isn't quite right. So it's, yeah. Back to the drawing board, more testing. Hopefully he'll come up with something eventually. So we just, have you left now? Or are you still staying here? Or?
Alright, mate, race is over. Good
I
job.
think you
Did
can
the best you
leave
could.
now.
Take it easy in the aim lab.
Yeah, most guys are just in to discuss some things in the chat.
A few people have gone out again. Boom, I'm out. Yeah. That could have gone better.
Yeah, but it was an interesting experience to do driver swap race.
Yeah, I think it highlights areas for ourselves that we need to work on.
Yes, definitely.
Pit stop entry, pit lane entry, I think we can both work on that one, especially myself. The thing is, I did test it as well. I did a bunch of runs into the pit, so that's fine. I came in, I just think I just locked up, and it's just like, oh, I'm not going to stop. How you didn't hit that Nissan, I've got no idea. On your first in, I think maybe, or your second in. That
was the first one. Yeah.
Was the first one. That was cool. So how you didn't hit that dude into T1? So the Aston, you just like braked really early for some reason. Just like, I don't know how you avoided him, and then you slipped underneath him and passed him at the same time. So what?
Oh yeah, you're right. I have to save the replay. I need to watch that again.
Yeah, that was quality. And then 2 people took themselves off in front of you. You each went past all 3 of them. That was like, yeah, well, that worked out.
Yeah, that was that was very fun.
Mm. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was struggling. I mean, in practice, I managed to get down to a mid 2 minute 2, but that was so. Oh, I was just having to tickle it around. I couldn't drive the car. Do you know what I mean? Just felt like the car wouldn't like dig into the tarmac at all. I was just trying to float it on the edge of grip, and you just couldn't. You saw I was having to take those S's just like really gently, basically. I mean, I couldn't actually feel like I could actually race the car at all. Like there was just no grip. It was just odd because I watched you do it, and I was like, wow, your car just seems to be biting the tarmac when mine didn't want to do it. Whether that's just a different driving style, like I said, that I need to adapt to with this game. But that started to work out on Bathurst.
Okay, and what are your results?
What was that, sorry?
And what are results of your workout?
Oh, what on Bar? I know I meant from last when we did our testing before.
Ah, okay, yeah.
You know, that was. Did we get down 201s in the end? I think no, nearly. I think I did a 202, but on a high fuel load.
I think you've had potential for a lap under 202 with the aggressive setup.
Yeah, I think I did 202 on. I think it was a low 202, but I was on 60 litres of fuel, and it was a bad lap on the aggressive setup. So there was potential to go 2 minute 1 on a 60 litre tank, which that doesn't sound like a bad lap to me. We could do that. I mean, probably couldn't do it every lap, but in an endurance event, you don't want me necessarily pushing the edges of grip on a long race like that. You know, 202s, but comfortable 202s would be safer, I think. But you get more used to it, you probably go quicker. But I've only been round Bathurst in that Ferrari with the tyre pressures correct.
Yeah, I mean, if you...
So I need to test the other cars out now as well.
Yeah, I mean, you seem quite comfortable with the Ferrari, but if you want to switch cars, I have no problem with that.
I want to try the other cars, is what I want to do. Unless I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, sure.
Which ones are you comfortable with on Bathurst? So the Ferrari...
I will have to put back up my notes that I did 2 weeks ago. Because I can't remember that all. So what was it?
Scroll up.
So the Aston felt quite well to me. The Honda was also very stable. Yeah, these have been the...
So, was it Honda, Aston and Ferrari?
Yes.
Yeah. Oddly, the Ferrari and the Honda... the Aston and the Honda are cars that I've always felt fairly good anyway. What's a Lexus like? I haven't tried that in ages.
With the setup that I used, it bottomed out quite
often.
often.
I was then wondering if that bottoms out.
Yeah, and it was a little bit too understeery for my taste.
Okay.
So don't know, but they also changed a bit with the BOP on the Lexus.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be that well like in the 218 version,
Right.
where it was a tier 1 car basically. It
Yeah.
worked on every track, and it was quite tame. But now there are not many people that drive it anymore. Well,
Okay.
one thing that that's because you can't change your liveries with that car. You just
Yeah,
have
that's
the
put a lot
default
of people off,
liveries.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, James and Vicky are in general. Should we jump in there?
yeah, sure.
For that, because the rest is just overtime.
Okay, so that's
So-
like a
so-
first warning.
Yeah, but I mean, it starts to make more sense when you have actual long stints, because now you know, we had 20 minutes, and then after like 10 or 15 minutes you get your first warning, which is very soon. But if you have, like, imagine that you have 60 minutes, 65 minutes, you will get your first warning at the 55-minute mark, and then you get your last warning at the 60-minute mark, and then you still have 5 minutes to complete the pit stop. But from the perspective of stints, it's already over, but you're not getting penalized yet. You're getting penalized if the time is completely up.
Yeah, because I only got penalised when I went over my max max driving time, which is what we were always going to plan to do anyway, just
Yeah.
to see what happens. But
And the penalties are, so basically maximum driving time is the basic rule. So if you can't follow that, you're disqualified.
Mhm.
And if you go over your stint time, it's just a drive through that if you don't clean at the end, it's gonna translate into I think a 130-second time penalty or something like that.
okay, so
Obviously, if you run out of your stint in the very last stint, because that you don't have time to actually, you know, serve the penalty. In that case, it just so all the guys with time penalties, they exceeded their stint limits, and all the guys with the DQs, they exceeded their total driving times.
okay, so with the 12-hour race in mind here going forward, will it, when it comes to teams with 4 drivers and 3 drivers, the stint, it won't be the stint time, it'll be the max driving time that will adjust, won't it, accordingly, 4 to 3?
Yeah, you have to make a decision, because what happens is that you set up an event for, let's say, so let's take this event as an example.
Mm.
We had it set up for entries of 3,
Mhm.
and the max driving time was set up for that, so it was 25 minutes, and then entries of 2 had 37-minute total driving time, but also 25-minute stints, because the stint is not compensating. So what you want to do, I think, for Suzuka, if you want to have teams of 3 and teams of 4, you want to set it up for teams of, so the lower number entries.
Mhm. Well, what I was going
And-
to say is maybe we should just, as
Because-
a rule, have teams of 3 max, basically. Make it simple, maybe, I guess. But I guess I don't want to. I don't want us to stop teams from entering because they want to enter as a 4. This is the issue, I guess. This is what we've got to decide.
Yeah, but you have to choose, because looking back, I also should have thought about this. So looking back, we should have set up this event for the entries of 2,
Mhm.
because that way the stint times would have been 37 minutes as well. So it would have been more. There would have been more freedom to do the pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, people could have pitted at 29 minutes, 30 minutes, 35
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly. So if you do an event, you want to set it up for the lowest amount of drivers an entry has, and
Mhm.
then the bigger entries will auto adjust, and it
Okay.
will give you the more freedom. So that was something I didn't think about as well, but
So essentially, if we want to allow 4 driver teams into the 12-hour race, we just have to set it so that it sticks to the 3 driver team.
exactly, and then
Okay.
4 drivers will have less total allowed maximum driving time.
Mhm.
But the stints will remain the same as for the drivers, the entries of 3.
Okay.
So you will still have quite lax stint rules in terms of that.
I mean, we didn't. Our driver swaps work fine as they always do with us. We were just going to try and test the max stint time, or max driving time at the end, just to see if it, what the penalty was basically.
So
Okay.
looking at all the feedback now, you can ignore basically everything about the rules, because we know
Mhm.
that they work, is that people did not really. Well, there are some people who got surprised by the maximum driving time, so it means that they didn't even read the forum post
Yeah, I know.
or the event rules. So that's just a lot of noise. One thing that you have to know about and have to clarify is that the spotter is always 5 minutes ahead, because it
Mhm.
has to be, because it cannot let you know that you have 5 minutes left, because if you exceed it, it's penalty.
Yeah.
So that's why the whole thing is shifted, like in real life. But in real life, it's calculated like in real life they do the plus 5 minutes, which we don't, because that would have been more complex to do, to
Mhm.
calculate it in a way that it's 60 minutes plus 5. No, it's always 5 minutes before when you get the warning, and then
So
and then when you get the 5 minutes left warning, that's actually 10 minutes from the end of the stint.
okay,
That's why you
so
got it at 15 minutes.
in the 12-hour race, if we set the stint timer to 65 minutes as per the normal regulations,
Yeah.
we'll get the spotter message at 60, basically.
Yeah,
Is
you
that correct?
get the first warning. You get the warning 5 minutes left at 55, and then you get the stint is over message at 60.
Okay. So so when it ticks over to 60, would you get an automatic penalty, or would you then
No,
have?
because you set up 65, so
Okay, sorry. Okay.
so you can pit. Basically, your pit stop should be between 60 and 65. After 65, you get a penalty.
Okay. It's just yeah.
The reason the spotter is 5 minutes ahead is that to deter the player from ever reaching the end of the stint, because that's a penalty, and you don't want
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't,
understand.
and it's like that from 60 to 65 minutes, it's no man's land anyway. So you really don't have to exceed you don't gain much unless unless it's your faster driver. So you wanna make use of your fastest driver as much as
Mhm.
possible in terms of driving time. But still, in a 12-hour race, it's not. I mean, you can still, how many stops is that? So it's like 11 stops.
Mhm.
So if you imagine that everyone is doing their stop at, like, let's say 64 minutes, the last guy is not going to be driving. I mean, the last stint is not going to be too long.
No, because by the time you get out the pits after your stint time, it's going to be like a 20-minute
Yeah, but
stint.
still, the maximum driving time will take care of the balance.
Yeah. Okay. So, just apart from that, let me just try and think if we had any other issues. So at the Nürburgring, obviously everyone fell, or most teams. We didn't, luckily, but most teams fell
In
foul.
the Nürburgring race, this code that you see now, it did not really work at all. So everything has been reworked since the Nürburgring race.
So I'm glad we did that race, because obviously that highlighted the issues. So
Yeah,
I'm glad.
actually, we should have let you know in hindsight that you shouldn't have used stint rules. You should have used mandatory only,
Okay.
without any driving time and any stint time, because it was just not working properly. It was actually just left enabled by mistake in the server.
Okay, yeah, because
So
Chris set it at 70, and obviously everyone that went over 65 minutes
no,
suddenly
but
got hurt.
but it was the rule that code wasn't working at all. It was like I said, it was a mistake in terms of allowing it in the server to be set. So that event should have been just mandatory pit stops. That would have worked just fine.
Hmm. I
Obviously,
noticed.
without any
Go on.
control on driving times, but it would have worked.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the only other issue that 2 or 3 people spoke to me about was people dropping out the server as a spectator, basically. But I don't know how that
Uh,
could happen.
One important thing that we should know about that is that, were they spectating in drive mode? So did they press the drive button, or were they
Hmm.
spectating on the garage screen? Because we had it during our beta tests with one person, and but it was never fully reproducible. So maybe it would be a good idea to find out if those people were spectating in drive mode or on the garage screen.
Let me message that now in here.
Because one idea is that maybe it has a tendency to time out on the garage screen and not when you're in drive mode. But we
Okay.
can't confirm that. I mean, it's so it happened once in our tests,
Mm.
and
So-
we can confirm.
So if you were inactive for a little while on the garage screen spectating, it could drop you out for inactivity.
Well, that's the theory at the moment. I'm not saying it's
Okay.
that, but that's one theory, because we were all we were also in our set up something with the router, internet, PC, whatever. That's always the worst, because we can't predict that and we can't really fix that.
There was a lot of new people driving tonight that I'd not seen in our community before, so I guess you could never vouch for how they've prepared or read or set up or anything like that for this race. So, I mean, Jake, Fabian, did your teams have any big issues at all? Anything you needed to highlight?
Something that I noticed, other than anything else that has been mentioned already, is that when we did our pit stops, we went in way too fast, like with 83 kilometers per hour and with 66, and we didn't get a penalty for that.
How long were you at that speed?
Just when we entered the pit lane.
Yeah, there is a random threshold in order to not be too strict. So if it was like during slowing down and you already had the button pressed, like the pit limiter, it's likely that you stay inside that. It cannot be predicted because it's random, but I think it's at least 1 second.
Okay.
So you have actually, you can learn to sort of exploit that, but it's moving as well, so you can't be sure.
So if you overshoot by a slim amount, as long as you're on the brakes, obviously going down to the limiter, it will forgive you. It will let
up to a certain speed. So I think it's 90 or something. So you got very lucky, because I think at 90 it automatically gives you the penalty without the threshold.
Yeah, okay. I got one that let me get off, and one that didn't. So yeah, your system works well. I just got understeer when I hit the brakes.
Yeah, you can get lucky.
Way too quick.
You can certainly get lucky, but it's hard to exploit on a safe, in a safe basis.
So, Jake, was there any other? I mean, if Fabian was the only, if that was the only thing Fabian encountered, was there anything you encountered as well?
No, I think ours were more like we got DQ'd, but one of our drivers didn't turn up, so obviously they didn't do their stint. So
yeah, that kind of.
We all got penalties because we went over our stints. We thought we'll do it to see what happens.
Yeah.
Fabian got the 130 seconds for going over his. I didn't, but if you're saying there's that 5-minute leeway, I probably didn't hit that extra 5 minutes worth.
No, you don't see the extra 5 minutes.
So I was probably I hadn't hit that to get the second penalty for us.
Yeah, what you see basically is the gross time. So it already has the overtime calculated in it.
Okay.
So that max stint or that max driver time already has 5 minutes or the overtime.
Yeah. So basically, all this talk about it's down to the peculiar nature of the event, because it was a very short event with 3 stints essentially. So it had unrealistic stint times, unrealistic total driving times, etc. If you have a long event, the extra times that you calculate into the stints and in the driving times, you end up with like 2 hours of leeway per team or something like that.
Okay.
So
I mean, apart from that, I mean, I don't think we had any. I mean, no one was kicking off the chat massively. No one was, complaining about massive issues. I think it was very good for, as you say, a very unrealistic race where it's gonna catch people out intentionally because of how unrealistic the stint times are. I don't think many people actually suffered any game breaking issues.
Yeah, it's like basically we have 2 issues that we're looking at: the dropping out while spectating, and there was one report when the client crashed that was taking over the car. That's not something you want, because then you lose the car.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, because before that used to do that if you join the server after the first person should have joined, or you join the server before the first.
That should not be relevant anymore. So the join order stuff is fixed. So it doesn't.
I know that. Yeah, I'm only just saying it used to happen only when.
Used to happen. Okay.
Yeah, that used to only happen in our tests when you were different to the entry list, basically.
Well,
And
because
also,
for example, our team today, I was the first driver on the entry list, and I joined last.
Mm.
So it was all shuffled.
Yeah. I mean, I
and-
started the race and did quali, and Vicky was the first person in the service. So we didn't do the correct order either of what it used to be like.
Were you able to use the swap, the fast swap, during the
Yeah.
practice and
I
quali?
mean, Vicky, did you have to use it twice sometimes to get me into the car?
Yes, but after the first server restart, I think I only used it once. And in
Okay.
the entry list, you should be the first driver. And
Okay.
it was first on the server, so actually the second driver in the entry list joined first, switched to driver 1, and then driver 1 did the practice, quali, and race start.
But when you did the fast swap in the garage, did you have to
Yeah.
do the command twice to get me in the car, or was it only once? Because I know you said it didn't switch you straight away.
I think 3 times, but just because the first 2 times I selected myself.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good thing it doesn't crash or anything. with
No,
that.
no, I would click drive.
Yeah.
And
So I think we were talking about. Sorry, we were talking about this before. Is that one thing you want to avoid if you do the fast swap from the garage screen? Obviously, you give away the car, but the UI doesn't know. So if you press the setup, the game's gonna crash because it's trying to access the physics of the car that you no longer have. So that's, and I don't think it's gonna get fixed because the UI will not be able to know about this and on the fly remove that button.
But the thing is, as I said to you in the chat earlier, or was it yesterday, if you just click the drive button after doing it, so you become a spectator and then go back to the
Then
garage.
you go back, yeah, it fixes itself, yeah.
So I think someone would be absolutely stupid to just press the setup screen
Well,
straight.
yeah, you say that, but
but it's there'd be no need to press that button if you've done the fast swap at all, would there? I mean,
we have a beta tester who has known about this issue for 4 weeks now, I think, since we implemented that fast swap in the beta version, and today he was able to press the setup button after he gave away the car. So you cannot
okay.
you can never be sure about that.
Okay, maybe I'm giving people too much
You're
benefit
too
of the doubt.
optimistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, is there, apart from that, did you get everything you needed to get basically from the test? Are you happy with how it went?
On our part, incredibly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we were able to. We had no on our part, in our team and in the beta guys who joined us. We experienced no issues.
That's good. I mean, I think because the next endurance race isn't Suzuka, it's obviously Bathurst. It's like a warm up for Suzuka. Obviously, that's a 3-hour race, so and we're going to have max stint times on that anyway. So I think as long as people stick to the stint times,
and everyone drives at least once.
Yeah, then obviously I don't think anyone will suffer any penalties on that side of things.
Yeah, I mean it's very easily, let's say, fixable on the organizing side, because you just have to go very safe with the maximum driving times, so that whatever combination people join or register, it's always going to be on the safe side.
And Chris and Vicky know their onions, so they know how to set up the servers properly. So I don't, there's not going to be any issues.
Yeah, I've been talking to Chris. I think he showed me the server setup. I kind of didn't think about the issue of, well, let's say the issue of setting up this event for entries of 3 and then allowing entries of 2. You wanna set it up for the lowest amount of drivers an entry has, and then it's gonna scale up properly.
Okay, I guess it might be worth just mentioning that to him then. I guess just letting him know, just in case he doesn't do it. But yeah, I can't imagine too many 4-driver teams will enter. But just in case people do, yeah, I guess if we stuck it to the lowest value.
Well, actually, that's how it's intended to be used, because like this rule set that we had, that we set it up for drivers of 3 and then drivers of 2 can also enter. Oh no, that's not true, because in the 3-hour, so for example in the 3-hour endurance race, you can enter with entries of 2.
Okay.
in real life, and
Mhm.
you know the way they have to do it is they have to stop twice as well, but their driving times are adjusted.
Okay. So, and it's the same, I guess, 3-hour race at Bathurst. The
But
two drivers.
the stints remain, so they also have to stop. So it's a 3-hour race, but they have to stop after 60 minutes. So
Mhm. But their max driver time will just adjust, I guess,
so
being a two driver time.
if we translate this event that we did now into a 3-hour event, so you set it up for drivers entries of 3
Mhm.
to 60 minutes or 65 minutes, and then entries of 2 join. They will also have the 60-minute stint, which is realistic. That's what happens in real life.
Okay.
So actually, you don't even have to be changing like the general rules of how you set up the rules, because it will work properly as well once you use realistic lengths. You know, once you use a realistic length, race length, and realistic stint times.
Okay. I mean,
see- yeah.
No, go on. What were you gonna say?
No, it's just that you see what I mean. That
Yes.
the stint times in real life, the stint times would have remained 60 minutes even for entries of 2.
Yes. Yeah. Their max driver time would have just adjusted anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, guys, is there anything you wanted to add? Is there anything you wanted to say? Anything at all?
Well, the driver swap feature worked really well.
Yeah.
The quick swaps work really well as well. So not too many issues for us, apart from that issue that is being discussed already. But other than that, everything worked perfectly.
Good. And yeah, I can't envisage as the longer races start. I can't envisage us having any major problems at all, as long as people just stick to the rules.
Yeah, I mean it's also because these rules, they are not new. So these rules have existed in single player since the start of the game.
Yeah.
So, but you know the audience that an event like this, or what your community is basically mostly, I guess, mostly plays multiplayer. So
Yes.
they are not really familiar with the rules there, because what happened, so what we did in the last month or so is that we brought over the single player stint rules to multiplayer. That's it. So it's nothing new.
Mhm.
So if you do an official race weekend mode, or even a custom race weekend mode in single player, you will meet the exact same stuff. You will meet the exact same maximum driving times, stint times. You will also hear the spotter alerting you 5 minutes too early. So it's stuff that has existed for over a year now. So
Yeah, I mean, with I was
sorry,
just
just go on.
no, I was just gonna say we're quite well experienced now with, I mean, the core member group of us. Obviously, there's a lot of new members joining all the time, but people that have been here since the start are fully well versed in this. And the only issues we generally have when it comes to pit stops, driver swaps, and everything is normally new people that don't bother to
Yeah.
test it out before the event, and then they wonder why they have issues. I mean, common sense would suggest you practice the swap feature and everything, but especially it was the first event we ever did at Zolder. I know Chris had to deal with a lot of issues where people weren't joining in the right order. They didn't practice this. And I
Yeah.
guess that we're always going to have to deal with that to some degree because people are lazy and don't bother to test it before. But yeah, the core group of people have known about obviously the rules